What's up, everybody? Ryan Adams, Adams Group at Compass. I haven't done a market update in a really long time. So I was like, we need a market update. We're in the middle of a pandemic, the coronavirus, the big Rona, COVID-19, and thought we needed a little update. So I want to give you an update of what's going on. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, or you're like, hey, I just want to know, is my property worth half its value, or has it gone up more than its value? I want to know about that. So we're going to give you that little update here quick. Hopefully you and your family are safe, extended family as well. All right, let's go to this screen mode. It keeps my little smiling face at the bottom, letting you know we're being recording in process. Here we go. So I'm going to separate this into three parts. Sienna, Sugar Land, Houston. Sienna, smaller market, Sugar Land, a little bit bigger market, Houston, the largest market we have. Sienna, my primary market. First week of March, there was 32 new listings. So I basically did this in a 7-day window and separated it about a little over a month. First week of March, before the pandemic happened, there were 32 new listings that came on the market. This was beginning of spring. Everybody was excited about getting their home on the market. There was 37 pending, 17 sold, which, as you notice, the 37 pendings will come to play in the past 7 days. Past 7 days, listings have dropped by, 11? Pendings have dropped in half. Solds have gone up because we got those houses under pending the first week of March. So what that tells me is people may be a little shy to put their home on the market. What's really going to be a good factor is what's going to be happening at the end of April, because we are have not been in the pandemic for an entire month. Sugar Land, 50 new listings the first week of March, 91 pendings, 28 solds. The past 7 days, these past 7 days from when we're filming this, 31 new listings, 26 pendings, 23 solds. Again, listings are down, solds about the same. Pendings have dropped in the past 7 days. Houston, gigantic market. Anything that has a Houston address, 744 new listings in Houston the first week of March. There's 566 that came in this past 7 days. Still quite a bit of listings. 361 pendings first week of March. And then crazy, this is a weird number. I can't figure this out. There's 654 pendings, meaning those are houses that went under contract in the past 7 days in Houston. In the first week of March, there was only 361. And then the past 7 days, there's been 361 sold, which really means there's been a closing. Properties have been transferred. That number looks like it's cut a little more than in half. So looking at all the data that I can find, here's what I think. And I wrote this down for you to see it. What does this mean for the market? It means the transactions are down, but the ratios are similar to what it would be in a normal market. If you also look at this, this is showing from Showing Times. This is where we kind of do all of our showings at. This follows the graph. The blue line's 2019, orange line's 2020. Obviously, you can see as we're heading into spring, showings continue to increase. 2019, it continued on up, but obviously we hit the national lockdown right about mid-March, and then showings dropped all the way down to the lowest point, which is the end of March, down 44%. But as you can see, showings are gradually starting to increase, which I could say I can attest to that. With our team and the buyers we have and the listings we have on the market, we're seeing a little bit more activity here in the mid-April. Going back to our document, what does it mean for the market? Transactions are down, but ratios are similar. It just basically feels like some people just chose to pause. People who are going to list their house chose to pause, and buyers are not out as active. In fact, this morning I had a buyer who was like, they really wanted to buy. I thought they were going to buy a month ago, but they're like, we just want to wait for this thing to go through. I think the big question is, what does April hold for us? And at the end of April, what does it hold for us? That's going to give us some more data of what this lockdown COVID thing did for the housing market. What does this mean for you? Really quick. I'd say if you're going to buy, I'd buy. There's less inventory. It's more like a January, February market. There's less inventory, but there's also less competition out there, less houses getting under contract. The ratios are the same, pretty balanced market. If you're going to list, why not? There's nothing to lose. As I've told many of my sellers, the only thing you're really risking is potentially having your house on the market for more days than you would want, which could potentially affect offer price. But there are buyers looking right now. They just might not be willing to go look at your home physically. That's why the Adams Group, we're trying to do everything we can to make virtual showings, Matterport 3D virtual tours, everything we can, so that people can see the home without necessarily physically going to do it. So I think it's in a pretty balanced market still. And what I believe is when the floodgates open, the lockdown's up, people are going to be rushing to buy and to want to get their house on the market still to make it for the summer rush, which is everybody does in the housing market. That's what I've got for you for your mid-April update, day before tax season or tax day. Let me know if I can answer any questions directly for you about your particular home, or if you're in the market to sell, if I can answer any questions for you, or if you're in the market to buy, we can answer some questions for you. Have a great week. Stay safe. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day.